Hey guys, first regardsman here, and I'll be talking about all the upcoming cosmetics for Space Marine 2 patch 11.0. Now, patch 11.0 officially comes out at the end of November, so a few weeks from now, but on the PTS, we can currently see the Blood Angels champion. This is the one a lot of people are excited for. This is based on the Captain miniatures that recently came out on top of like the Dante aesthetic. Now, Saber Interactive did say this will actually be completely colorable when it is fully released, so just keep that in mind. You will not be stuck to the gold plating that you see here. But this champion skin looks pretty amazing. It is obviously Dante inspired, and a lot of people love Dante, so if that's your thing, this is probably going to be one of the best champion skins for a lot of people because, hey, Blood Angels are one of the coolest chapters in 40k, and they're my personal favorite. Now, on top of this Blood Angels champion skin on the tactical, there will be an assault skin for the jetpack for Sanguinary Guard that we released alongside that. Now, unfortunately, this is not available in the PTS, but I will show a leaked image of this on the screen here if you're curious what it looks like, because this looks pretty damn cool. And you can also change all of the armor parts here, so you can swap out things like the Blade Angels Champion on your assault for the Mark X Tacticus. And now, unfortunately, all of these are only available on the Assault and the Tactical for the Champion Pack. You cannot swap this to Bulwark, Vanguard, Sniper, or Heavy whatsoever, so just keep that in mind. Now, something to note here is that all these upcoming champion skins seem to be based on the recent miniatures we've gotten. So this one's based on the Blood Angels Captain and stuff like that. And the upcoming Raven Guard leak we had shows the Raven Guard looking awfully like their new Chapter Master miniature. I think that's pretty awesome to see, and I'm really curious to find out what the upcoming Iron Hands is going to look like, because maybe we'll have like a new miniature that will release alongside it, or like right before it, or get revealed and stuff like that, and then we'll be able to have this brand new champion skin be a representation of that in game. Now, as far as other cosmetics in this upcoming patch are concerned, we did get 4 new Salamander successor chapters on top of new Salamander armor pieces. I'm going to showcase some of those now. So first of all, we have this brand new shoulder here. This is the Salamander's Pauldron. So this one is probably my second favorite out of all the new cosmetic pieces we're getting. I love the obsidian look. I love the Salamander logo stapled onto it. Unfortunately, I think this one looks way better than the right Pauldron we're getting this time around. This one looks super tacky to me. Now, where are we? Right here. So this one looks super tacky to me. Now, unfortunately, there is no logo on this at the moment. That will be officially fixed in the patch 11.0 release. But right now, even with that in mind, I just think it doesn't look super good. Maybe you love this because a lot of people do like having these armor parts attached. I forget what they even call these, you know, the stapled on things to your shoulder piece. They look pretty good. I just think this one looks significantly better, and the biggest winner of this cosmetic pack, in my opinion, is by far the brazier on the back. This thing looks great. Unfortunately, we can't see the fire here, but this thing looks great as compared to like pretty much all of them. See if I can get like a zoom in. So up here, we actually have a flame effect, which looks pretty amazing. This one also looks even better in game, especially on the new Reclamation map. Now, unfortunately, in the PTS, the Heavy can also access this brazier, but it looks terrible on him because in-game, you'll have the fire like at your feet. They'll probably fix that in the official release, but in case they don't, I just want to mention it here. And as far as the biggest loser of all of these new armor parts, is probably this new helmet. People really seem to hate the Salamander helmet this time around. We have 2 options here, one with the flame logo on the top and one without it. Now, the thing that people really hate about this helmet are the lips here. I don't think they look too bad. They're not like, you know, optimal by any means. It does look a little goofy. People are calling this like the handsome Squidward mask. I don't think it's that bad. I think it still has a pretty cool aesthetic at times. But we compare it to like the Mark II helmet we got here, or White Scar stuff, the Imperial Fist Champion. Even like the Wolf helmet is in competition for like being potentially better than this one at times for some people. I think that's a little bit of exaggeration because I think this is like the dumbest helmet in this entire game. But the Salamander helmet here, I think it does miss the mark. And speaking of missing the mark, I think the biggest missed opportunity of this entire cosmetic pack is that there is no new chest piece for the Salamander's cosmetic, which is really strange to me because pretty much every single other cosmetic pack got a chest piece. We have one for the Space Wolves here, Imperial Fist, the Blood Angels also got one, even the White Scars and the Raven Guard got one, so it's kind of strange to me this is just completely missing for the Salamanders piece. Now, obviously, they got the Brazier instead, which I think is like the replacement for it, but the Brazier is cool. It's just not as cool as like a chest piece for a lot of people, because some people don't want like a big dumb fire thing on top of them. But personally, I think this is awesome looking, but I have seen some complaints about this as well. Now, as far as the successor chapters for this go, we do have 4 new ones. So first up, we have the fabled Black Vipers. These guys are very secretive. They have no known homeworld. They kind of just show up, kill stuff, and leave. They're kind of like, just your classic red and black. Pretty cool looking, definitely a nice aesthetic, and a lot of people just like red and black in any game ever, which is part of the reason Raven Guard are actually pretty popular. And the next pack here is the Covenant of Fire. These guys are like a lore keeper chapter. They love lore of the Imperium. They collect it regularly, so people really do think these ones are pretty cool. Kind of like Tome Keepers for the Ultramarine successor chapter up here in like their lore, wherever they are. Yeah, these guys. So the thing is, lore keepers, pretty neat. 40k is all about lore, so I actually like this chapter quite a bit. Next chapter we have here are the Dragon Spears. Now, these guys actually kind of have a fucked up backstory. By the time the Salamanders found these boys, they were like eating their own guys to preserve their memories. They were practicing endo-cannibalism, which is basically eating your own community members after they die for like a ritual and stuff like that. Pretty funny lore tidbit, a little dark, but that's 40k for you. And probably the biggest winner of all of the new chapters we got here are the Dark Krakens. These guys are actually pretty popular for a Salamander successor chapter. Basically, they come from an oceanic world that is full of megafauna and like one good landscape that you can actually live on. And they're constantly fighting guys like Subnautica style. That's basically what they do on that planet, because the entire planet is filled with glowing leviathans and stuff like that, which is why they have the chapter mark. See if I have like a better armor to actually showcase this. Right here. So this is our chapter marking. That's why you have like the big Kraken here, because they are the Dark Krakens. They are from Ocean World, and I like that's kind of like properly represented. And also a purple black aesthetic is pretty unique among pretty much all Space Marine successor chapters, outside of things like maybe the Cald Wardens and stuff like that, and the Hawk Lords. But purple usually associated with Slaanesh, but this is one like the only loyalist ones that actually uses it. So I like them for that reason. Now, as far as cosmetic items in this upcoming patch that are not tied to cosmetic packs or champion packs, we do have the new Mark 7 Laurelus helmet. A lot of people were asking for this one. This is arguably the best helmet in game currently for a lot of people. It's by far my favorite helmet, and having a Laurelus option is amazing. Now, we can't actually see how much these cost right now, but I assume they will cost the 200 accolades points, just like the other options. Next one here is the Mark 6 Corvus Veteran. Now, this one is pretty damn cool. I do wish we didn't have like the bionic eye part on this. We had like just a Laurel version to do that full Malum Cato look, but I'm sure a lot of people are super excited about this one. Looks great for Raven Guard cosmetic options and stuff like that. We'll be getting another Raven Guard pack at some point, so this will probably be even cooler on top of that. Next up, we have the Black Templars Crusader. Now, this helmet is kind of interesting because usually we don't get chapter-specific helmets in the Accolade shop. It's like more generic armor parts, but having not only one, but 2 options for this, with this one having a Black Templar logo that I haven't actually been able to get work in the actual cosmetic area for some reason, because for some reason the coloring is just not properly working on that Black Templar logo. But either way, we have 2 options here for Black Templars Crusaders, which is pretty interesting. But it kind of makes sense because Black Templars are one of the most popular successor chapters, if not chapters period, in all 40k. Next item we have here are the Veteran Molecular Bonding Studs. Now, I love that we are adding in more cloak options onto the actual armor parts. Unfortunately, a lot of these parts look a little dumb on the Phobos armor sets because they're very clearly made for like Mark X Tacticus and Gravis armor sets. But either way, looks pretty awesome. I like this one a lot. I think this one is far superior to the standard molecular bonding armor parts because those ones just look a little goofy to me. Or I should say, like, a little bland. Next up, we have the Honorific Gem one. This one is pretty cool. I love this on a Blood Angels look because having the gem is just kind of like their whole thing. They're always like plated in gold and stuff like that. Looks pretty fancy. Looks like something like Captain would wear. I'm glad we're getting like more interesting armor sets on top of things like, the Honorific one we had before. And the 2 most interesting ones for a lot of people are the Chameleon Line Shroud one and, of course, the Veteran Shroud. Now, unfortunately, you cannot recolor these at all, and the little plate here you can actually recolor for the armor part, but as far as like the cloak options are concerned, you can't recolor the cloaks whatsoever, which is pretty lame because a big issue a lot of people have in this game already is that the cloak options are just not colorable at all. Because if we look over here at the sniper cosmetic options for the capes, first of all, half of them clip, or I should say not even half, over half of them clip through every single shoulder piece that is actually new. So if we take a look at like all of these new accolade shoulders we're getting here, every single one of these will clip through like 90% of the capes in game. And even the new cloak pieces that actually match the capes on the sniper, guess what? These also clip. So hopefully we're able to actually fix that at some point on top of getting like colorable capes, because gray is not the most like, you know, conflicting color ever. It's just unfortunate that we have no other options. And this green one just looks like shit. So hopefully one day we get like a big option for that. But for now, you're kind of stuck just like wearing this cape. You want to use this on the sniper. And even then, there's still some clipping here. Hopefully that is also fixed by the time patch 11.0 officially releases. But I know I'm not going to hold my breath because I doubt that this is like the biggest issue on Saber's mind. Anyways, guys, that is basically every single cosmetic in the upcoming patch 11.0 Space Marine 2. Let me know what you think about them in the comments below. Are you excited for the Salamanders cosmetics? Are you excited for the Blood Angels champion? And what other cosmetics would you want added to this game? Let me know, and if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, thank you for watching, guys. Take it easy. Bye.